What up, hip hop fans? This is your boy Black Coffee, aka JB Stalin, because everybody know JB Stalin. We're right back at you again. The coldest, most realest show coming out of the Midwest. Hip Hop IQ.
What's up with it? This is Dre from Connect KC, and we're gonna talk about this real game, man. It's hip hop. What you know about it? What's your hip hop IQ?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Man, what you been up to, man, this week of hip hop?
Listen, man. I know some new albums that dropped. I ain't got a chance to get around to them, but I can't wait for this show to just talk about all the, questions and polls and who's dope, who's the hottest, what group is the hottest. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
What you been listening to?
I still been on that June. I've been listening to a lot more local rap.
Yeah.
So it's a kid that's in that D-Walk.
D-Walk?
D-Walk, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and Delio. Rich got a new one now.
Rich got a new one.
It's dope. So I just been on my local kick here lately.
You gotta support the locals. I like coming out supporting the locals.
Yep. What about you? What you doing?
I really just been on a lot of underground, unsigned, hype type music here lately. Like nobody really sparked my interest yet, but I'm just like seeking out the next code is the next best, right now.
Right.
But I have been listening to that Boosie and Zaytoven,
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, Boosie Zaytoven, it sounded good.
Yeah, I like that single.
Yeah, that single sound real dope.
Yeah,
that single sound real dope.
Yeah,
Then you hear Kanye, and notable mention that we didn't get to mention last show. We didn't even mention Kanye West coming out of the Midwest.
Right.
But as far as like beat making, production, Kanye is
he can't deny him.
He's on the throne.
Yeah.
But you remember what the question was though last week? The question was the best album out of the Midwest.
Best album out of the Midwest.
Well, College Dropout is historic though, so.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, that could.
We totally skipped over.
We just skipped over. But that's what it is though. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about Kanye though after he said slavery was a choice and his album dropped on Friday? Y'all think he gonna sell because of that? Y'all think like the hip hop world, the culture is backing him?
Yeah, because of the time. That was like a year ago, maybe
About
2 years ago.
About a year.
So, me personally, I felt like I understood his point. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like to an extent, I understand what he was saying, but at the same time, I think he said it the wrong way. And people do take stuff out of context. So this is just like, man, people just waiting on like some shit to talk about, and it's never positive. You know what I mean?
Cancel culture.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause man, look at it like this.
But I think it's gonna make his album be more prevalent because you want to hear what he really on. He dropped that song with T.I. around that time.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard to me. I felt like it was him making a clear statement on what he was on.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like a bigger picture of what he's been going.
What's coming?
Yeah, exactly.
I think he should have more put it as slave. I don't even know how to put it the right way because it's not an option. It's not. But all I'm saying is.
But I think he was even saying something even on a bigger scale, like just who we are as people, as black people. Like we got more options than just to bow down. I think that was what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, bowing down just ain't an option for him.
And
other people. Other people didn't just bow down.
It shouldn't be an option for nobody.
People getting mad about that and all this and that. I was like, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't right in the head at the time either. And he never can get his point across.
Clearly.
Never.
Unless it's behind a beat.
I think he has his thoughts, but when they come out, it comes out different, or people interpret that wrong. But I get I can, because I've been rocking with Kanye since the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I still rock with Kanye. I know some people say, I want the old Kanye back and this and that. I still rock with Kanye.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the album that leaked a couple weeks ago? It's about a month now.
I saw that. I thought it was fake.
I saw it, but I didn't. You know,
It ain't fake, and that motherfucker's jamming.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
I hate it. Like
Pablo. Down.
Did y'all rock with Like a Pablo?
Like a Pablo was cool.
I ain't even get
That's the worst shit I ever heard in the game.
Is that the one with yeah, that was cool. That's the one that had 30 hours on it.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it had some tracks on it. It wasn't that's album, but it was cool.
You get my thing on a good album is you get 5 good songs in rotation off of that project. You got a good album.
You mean back to back?
Not back to back, just 5 total. If you got 5, like say you got 12 tracks or even 15 tracks, and 5 of them with go-tos, that's a good album. It's hard to make one good song. So 5 good was on the project.
I need at least 2 repeat songs out your album.
At least 2.
At least 2. I need a song to where it like I gotta hear it again.
Yeah.
And bump it all day. I need at least 2 repeat songs out your album and for me to call.
That brings up a good point. What's the last best album y'all heard?
Last best. Ooh.
Like a good album that came out recently that you listened to.
That's a good one. Or you saying best though? You ain't saying like a good album we heard, but
It ain't gotta be best. Just something that came out that's good.
Oh, shoot, I just heard that G Perico's pretty decent. I've been on it for a minute.
Me too. It sound real polished though.
It sound like he kept his.
People might not know where he's from. Let people know where you.
He from South Central, LA.
Yeah, correct.
But it got that South Central feel, but it also got like you said, a polished feel where he can. I don't want to say cross over, but he can expand.
It's Rock Nation.
Yeah, rock. They gave him some real game on that, like
He
like you
was
said,
Rock
that production, do it like this,
He was Rock Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He
Rock
kind
Nation.
of got that DJ Quick type of flow, kind of
Exactly.
feel.
Yeah.
A rapper G.
Cool in the breeze, but he's saying some real hard hit stuff.
Man, I fucks with LA. Period. Like I mess with LA rap before. Out of Cali, before the Bay and all those other places. I mean, shout out to Mozzie. He hard, but I mess with LA, man, out of Cali.
I didn't say this last time when you speaking of what you're saying, but I really be on that Cash Money Lavish D. Like,
Oh, yeah.
He keeps dropping. And when you mentioned Mozzie, it made me think about that.
Yeah.
Because they had their little back and forth thing, but he's dope, man. And he's consistent. My thing is consistency. Like,
Right.
you can drop an album or drop a project, video, come back with another one, and it's hitting. Like, all right, you're gonna get my attention.
I ain't gonna lie. And y'all probably noticed from the chat. I've been on these youngsters, man. I've been on this SOB, RBE. I've been on this Shoreline Mafia.
Where they from?
Shoreline from LA and SOB from Vallejo.
Yeah.
They from
You
LA.
know they albums?
They got SOB, RBE got a few albums out. I think the last one came out. They put out one with Hit Boy, Family Not a Crew, and then Shoreline Mafia don't have an album out. It's about to come out, but they got hella mixtapes and they put out little EPs and songs.
Yeah, they got some dope stuff.
Yeah,
They
that's
got
what's
some.
up.
Neff the Pharaoh just dropped something up too.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, Neff is hard. I try not to be West Coast vibes, but
Yeah.
it ain't too much. It ain't too many artists that's dropping consistently like West Coast artists. Like you got the Atlanta artists, like you was saying.
Atlanta's like a billion of them.
Yeah, it is.
But
They all sound kind of.
LA got a lot now too.
I'm saying, but the LA artists kind of got a wider variety of they sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, you remember for a while, LA was kind of quiet.
That was just because of the Suge Knight thing.
yeah, LA was quiet because of Atlanta in the South.
But that's what I'm saying, like,
It's just like remember when New York and North when they had, when they was making all the noise.
but see, it's the thing. Atlanta's still making all that noise. But LA is getting a lot of artists and they all sound different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? All of them don't gang bang. You know what I mean? It's a lot of, you got Don Kennedy, you got Nipsey Hussle, you got Shoreline, you got YG, you got G Perico. It's a lot of them. They all different.
And you said, it was crazy about what you just said. You named all the groups, and to me, you didn't even name the biggest label right now to me in the West, and that's TDE.
Yep.
So you can name all them.
TDE's on everywhere.
Yeah, and they the bigger, you know.
And you know why? Because the way they move, and I like the way they move, but right now they out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though Schoolboy dropped a while ago.
It's funny, out of sight, out of mind. That's been on the road.
Yeah. They don't, you know, they don't be clubbing, they don't be kicking with no other rappers, they don't be no like videos, they handle their business and get out the way.
Yeah.
Asian, what's the Asian guy about it?
Stupid Young.
Stupid Young.
Stupid Young, yeah.
Stupid Young, I like his flow.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They got a lot of flavor.
What y'all think about like hip hop as a culture, just accepting all different types of artists, because you got to think
I know
it was an uproar when the boy Lil Nas X did the country song.
Right.
They didn't want to accept that. Like should hip hop culture do the same thing?
It has to in order for it to be hip hop.
It started off, because we gotta to break the question down. Hip hop started as like a positive outlet for
the youth
in the culture.
Right. So that's the thing is anybody that's feeling that release or that creative, juice, and they want to put it to a beat, because you gotta think they started off rapping over breakbeats, so it wasn't even no originality when it came to you rapping on this beat that you made for me. We was rapping on something that the DJ called in another song. So
just simple.
So hip hop can be a mixture of whatever.
I know what bro's saying though. Like sometimes we're too accepting. Like, this might take us to something else, but that TEKASHI situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like we accept too much, and like he said, every other culture, they don't do that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But part of that is because hip hop is a black culture. As black people, we are really accepting of a lot.
I was just about to say that.
Right.
If you want to look at it on that end, you also got to look at it on the other end is that when after Def Jam and you got Loud Music and Atlantic and all these black people don't own them, but they got all the artists underneath these labels, Columbia, et cetera. So what if we gonna accept? If we gonna accept somebody being in our pockets,
we gotta accept.
We gotta accept somebody
who's boss. Because when you get signed, you just sign using an employee. And I can understand you being in a situation, and they offer you $30,000, $60,000, $70,000 as an artist, and that'll get you up out your situation. But I mean, you still gotta, pay a manager. You still gotta pay an attorney to look over their contract. So that 30 to 60. I mean, the manager get 15-20%. Your attorney get, another 15% of what they gave you, and they know this.
Right.
So it's more like you just working hard. Like you get right now in today's culture of hip hop, I think they seeking the fame before they seeking generational wealth.
Even back then, ain't no different from when they was first getting signed years ago. Because the cats didn't even know the game. They didn't know nothing about royalties. They didn't know nothing about their publishing. They was just glad to be on a label and rap and be in the studio. So when you look at the internet, you look at what we accept. For one, who's gonna bodyguard the YouTube? They can drop whatever the hell they want to tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Make a beat in their garage. You couldn't do this 20 years ago.
You couldn't.
So now it's a good and bad thing.
The internet took us a long way.
That's why we on our underground kick. Like I couldn't know about no cat in Detroit, no Peasy or somebody like that, or whoever was coming up out of Florida, unless he was signed on a major label or the radio picked it up and played it. We wouldn't really know. You know what I'm saying? So it's wide open.
If you had the choice, would you grind underground or would you go major?
As an artist?
Mainstream.
As an artist?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was just an individual artist, with my knowledge, I'd go for a major label deal because I know all ins and outs.
Right.
What I should be having in my contract.
Man, they gonna offer you
You saying
$50,000 in a 10-album deal.
If I'm getting all my publishing and my touring.
No, they gonna be with 360.
A 360? I ain't taking no 360 deal. Only way I take a 360
What's wrong
deal.
with a 360?
They in everything that you do, you might not
Only a small percentage, but they gotta promote anything you do too.
But so now your recoup is gonna be high. So if I gotta make you high and I gotta spend $1.5 million on making you high,
Yeah.
before we even get to the 360, we gotta get the $1.5 million.
Well, hey, I know, but you better believe that label working for you on the 360.
What is the song though? Now,
because we got like
so
the culture grew so much.
Some Nikes,
The culture grew a lot.
I give you $100,000 Nike deal, but they taking 60,000 of it.
You must have heard.
So slavery is a choice.
You must have heard. You must have heard that interview I heard. That Akon interview. Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
Oh, yeah, Breakfast Club.
He was talking about that.
I did hear
That
that.
was the first time I ever heard that.
What was his name? Like, what was his? I
I think you can make sense of it if the person you sign a 360 deal is fair. You see what I'm saying?
That's why
if they backing you and they fair, then yeah. But if they about like just making money off you and you just like a puppet, just a face, then that's different.
I think it goes both. I think, like you said, it's an opportunity for you to blow up as an individual artist. You can do it. But again, my thing is the recoup. If you new,
Yeah.
we gotta put more money into getting your name out there.
Yeah.
So.
How I feel, if you know or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you coming from nothing, like you don't got shit, like just like nothing, right? You just had a baby, you staying like
You're gonna take that
like
deal.
you're gonna take that deal.
Yeah,
like you're gonna take that money and you're gonna run with it and you're gonna work hard as you can to
that's the
come up.
main. But see, I think that's the point that a lot of people miss is it comes down to the artist.
Right.
Like the label might back you, whatever. You can have a big budget on your project, but if you ain't working hard as an artist,
Right.
like as soon as you get that out, that's why, like I mentioned, the cats I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
I know they in the lab every day. Like when Wayne was doing it, he was in the lab. He was pouring
every day.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's what it comes down to. Are you a dedicated artist? Because if you are, you're gonna find that hit because you might just did 1,000 songs.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
That's why I like what QC is doing.
quality control.
Yeah. That's why I like what they doing, man. And right now, as far as record labels, I don't think there's nobody out there doing what they doing.
I think TDE, just because they got Kendrick and they got Schoolboy.
They got some good artists on the team. Don't get me wrong, but QC, they putting in work, and everybody on that label putting in work.
Nah, Migos is definitely.
They grabbing everybody.
Migos is definitely one of the best groups ever. I don't care what nobody says.
The best groups ever.
One of the best groups ever.
Oh, one of them, yeah.
Not the best. They are.
Yeah, definitely.
After so many projects, like this is one when people ask me why come Biggie don't be in my top 5 or 10. He only had 2 projects.
Right. But them 2 projects carry weight though.
Okay, so when you look at times now, everything is like,
you
see what I'm saying? These dudes don't like project number 7, and they still hot. So you can't knock them. They on project 7.
Individual albums,
The individual albums. Well, you see what I'm saying?
They go hard. They go hard.
You can't knock that. It's hard to keep your name at the top of the list in this game, man. You know how
What
it
else
changes.
going on in hip hop? Because it's like the hip hop. I believe hip hop is the.
What you feel about the TEKASHI thing?
TEKASHI.
That ain't gotta be on the wall, but you know, just.
Man, I feel like everybody.
It's kind of like what you said about letting everybody in. You know,
It's just you gotta understand. I read TEKASHI's story like when he first hit the scene. They put an article out there about him, how he got started and everything. But TEKASHI was like he started off as like a rock artist.
Okay.
Rock didn't crack for him, right? So then he ran into some people, or some people ran into him.
Did he already had yellow hair?
Nah, man, and they just told him he looked like a rapper, bro, and that's when he started as a kid. But
His first.
You put somebody who's not about their life in a situation to be 100, and it'll never fail. I mean, it'll always fail.
When you say about that life, are you speaking about the hip hop life? Or
The street life that he was rapping about, he really wasn't about that.
Okay.
But I guess the people around him, allegedly, the people around him was about their life.
Yeah.
So you taking a
no different than a lot of, no different than probably 85% of anyway.
Nowadays,
Even back then,
you go back and look, it was just, and that's what people fail to realize sometimes is it's entertainment. And even it started off as entertainment,
Yeah. So what do you feel about his situation with the being on the stand and doing all that?
Man, it's not what I feel about it. I feel like what's gonna happen to him after this. Like,
man, he got the gun. He's a full-fledged.
he's in protected custody.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm starting to feel like he was a plant from the beginning.
Alright, I seen that. That's funny. You
Explain
I
that.
seen Lord Jamar talking about that with Rod Digger.
Because I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they was talking about it, and it makes sense. So like last year, I think it was right after his Breakfast Club interview, they talked about it on the same podcast, and they was talking about how he's like this with Lucian Grain's son or brother.
Right, close to him.
Lucian Grain is the dude that owns Universal. Universal owns damn near the whole industry.
Yeah.
So how could you be that cool with them and be in this blood gang? Don't really add up, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, the Lucian Grain, the Universal people or whatever, they knew where this was headed.
Right.
They not stupid, but they gonna cash in on it while they can. And then once it started getting too hot, they helped out.
Right.
Oh yeah, he be with them all the time. Just watch him. You know what I mean?
It's the hip hop police thing. Like, you gotta know
He's a rat.
for every label. I mean, you look at G Unit, you look what Death Row was going through, Dipset. Just go down all the lists of rappers that had their way, and they all tell you, like, when we got hot and we was really like about to just go bananas, we start getting like people getting at us, getting stopped for whatever.
Yeah.
That come from the label, dog.
Jay Prince.
That come from the label.
Jay Prince said something like that was going on with him.
Well, he was one of the smartest dudes that said, I'm gonna hire my own private investigator.
Right.
On y'all ass. So if you follow me.
Jay Prince is over Rap a Lot.
Yeah, Jay Prince, Houston legend, over Rap a Lot Records. And that's what he did. He was like, look, I'm going to do the same thing with my money that they do with their money.
Right.
They know where, they got friends, like you said. They got friends in high places, long story short. And they use that to protect their investment. And a lot of times the artists don't do that. Or the labels
don't do
you got all this, you got all these you got this jury on, you could have paid 2 or 3 private investigators.
If you would have signed that 360 deal, you would have had that.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. You being on the label keeps you close because they own your image and your label.
I don't know if being signed to the label do they protect your image?
Yeah, to a point where until it stops benefiting the label.
Yeah, they're just canceling. They're fired.
They can't.
Or they start mixing you up with all type of. They know everything about it.
They can't protect your image though because they're protecting their investment.
That's what I'm saying. Up until the point it ain't gonna make them. If they gonna weigh how much money I'm gonna make versus, you ain't really beneficial no more. Oh yeah, I know they be having weed on the tour thing. They going to Memphis, go get it. Which where they gonna be at?
You bring up a real interesting point. I never thought about it that way. So think about this. Think about P, your artist. He with the shits. Everybody know it. He do a lot of publicity. He getting them beats, blah blah blah. He get into it with his label.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't fucking with them no more. He talking shit about them on interviews. He don't support that album.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. The label will listen to your ass, like you just said.
If I got some blues strings and things going on that's illegal or whatever, they gonna like that
plug.
Yeah. So of course.
I never thought about it.
Of course they will.
Independent.
It's grimy, and it's like then you gonna see the next person pop up and yo,
That's on the label.
yeah, on the same label. Could have been one of your partners.
They can't even get a feature.
You can't even get a feature, bro.
So to close out that TEKASHI situation, I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think it was worth it? And before y'all answer, let me tell you why I'm saying that. Bro, that dude ain't left the news cycle since it started. He done been in jail. Ever since he been in jail, they've been reporting. Everything has been reported that he has went through since he started. You can't pay for that type of publicity. I don't even know. I can't even name another person. I can't name another person in hip hop history that has had coverage this long.
It's too net.
What you saying?
I know people say.
Are you saying just on the cover?
I'm saying if he gets out and starts rapping again and people support,
You think they still gonna buy that?
Hold on. Let me
You think so?
Yeah.
I do too. But this is what I'm saying. If he gets out,
Hell no.
this is a big if though. If he
Man,
gets
no.
out, if he gets out, if he get out and make music, if he gets out and makes music and people support it, was it worth it?
So as you said, we support
him telling?
No.
Was him
All the bullshit. Cause that was that was
not in my eyes, but I'm saying
for
the
him.
way they built him up, and like you said, him having friends in high places, is like, hey, little kid. It's a lot of kids that's into that music too. They street code ain't our street code, bro. They ain't looking at it like we look at it like, nigga, I never listen to this. You got a lot of kids that grew up in the snitching era anyway.
And
snitching is cool and doing doing funny shit.
how
is
they
cool
think
anyway.
is what he's snitching about is not really snitching.
Exactly. Like they was trying to kidnap
Like they was
him
trying to
anyway.
get at him. He
They
just
hitting his girl and all types of stuff.
so
also,
is snitching validated?
no, not at
And
all.
where?
Is it validated in hip hop now?
Nah.
Yeah, I think it
In
is.
hip hop, no.
It is validated.
Like we can say it's okay to snitch, like Bobby Smurder.
I have to bring this up.
I know what
Rick
you're
Ross.
saying.
When Rick Ross is, and I love him and on the music side, he dope.
Yeah.
But when he can go full fledged, I'm the kingpin of dope, and I'm a police officer at the same time. And then people was like, in the 90s, they would fell off that nigga. He would fell off.
Yeah, but
even in the early 2000s,
he rapped about that. But did he ever say that he used to?
Man, they had pictures. He admitted to it finally. At first, he was
Like,
like,
did he ever say in any type of interviews or anything?
yes, his interviews with him admitting to it.
Yeah.
At first, he was lying.
Kingpin.
He was, well, are you
That's
talking
what I'm saying. Like, if any interviews, did he ever say, "Yeah, I was a kingpin"? Because you can interview Jay right now. He'll say, "Yeah, I used to sell dope."
That's a good question, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it like this.
Yeah, we got pictures of him being
How many
CEO.
rap songs do he need to come out and say he sold so many kids and be like,
This is my thing.
I'm waiting on an interview from him.
It ain't validated. It's accepted. See what I'm saying?
Well, that's a fine line in hip.
It is a fine line.
It's a fine line because who holds we don't hold no keys.
All right, moving on. I got since this is hip hop IQ, I'm gonna have to ask you on the spot without looking at anything. Name 5 members of Wu-Tang.
Ghostface Killer, Raekwon, You God, Redman, RZA, GZA, not Killer Priest in there, Capadonna. Inspector, that he's one of the hard. And then
Dirty, you
name
Dirty. You gotta name her.
Nah, right there.
Is your name Method Man?
Yeah, you name Method Man. Y'all been checking out that series though?
For sure.
What y'all think about that series?
Hey man, I like how they started from, a good section of how they built the ground up, digging into their life and how it came together. You get that pure essence of why they are who they are.
And then I don't even think we even knew about Staten Island though before Wu-Tang. we didn't even know about that barrel before Wu-Tang. That's what's so hard about it. Not only like everybody had their own rap style, everybody was coming from, you know, I like to say a different background in hip hop because they all rapped about different shit, but like they put on for their borough.
No doubt.
Like it was already people coming out of Brooklyn, it was already people coming out of Queens. Since man, there's so many people who came out of Queens, bro.
The Bronx.
Bronx.
Honestly,
Even New York City.
I didn't even know that Ghost and Ray was trying to kill each other.
Man, that was
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
And they seem like the tigers out the group when you
They are.
the group.
Yep.
Like, man.
It's dope though.
Nah, it is. It really is. They did put on. You can't argue with that, dog.
Yeah, RZA, man,
Just
he
like
was talented
you
to do.
look at the locks and DMX put on for Yonkers.
Yeah.
They put on for Staten Island or what? With everyone. Is that where's the Statue of Liberty? That's Staten Island.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's the only thing you would know.
It might be Long Island. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me test y'all hip hop IQ real quickly. Who was the first rapper to put out a double album?
The first rapper to put out a double album
Yep.
was
What? It wasn't Master P.
a double album. That's a good boy.
Pop came with All Eyes on Me.
It wasn't Pop. I'll tell you that.
A double album.
I think it was Master P.
Man. I remember when A-Ball dropped that was late though.
Yeah. Cause like once that double album came out, everybody started doing it.
A double.
Y'all never gonna guess. And the person that I thought,
They not underground or
nope, that commercial as they come. And I would have never thought.
Hip hop.
I was gonna say E40.
I was just about to say E40.
LL Cool J.
You close though.
Are they on the same level as LL Cool J? Are they related?
No.
Okay.
They're on the same level as far as star. They actually neck and neck.
Wow.
Y'all give up?
Nah, let me get one more shot. If they
Right. What era was this?
They had to be in the early 90s.
Early 90s?
Early 80s?
Late 80s?
Late 80s?
So we talking like 88, 89.
88 was the year.
A double album.
You ain't gonna guess it. Cause I wouldn't have guessed it. I thought it was E40. Close.
Kumo D.
Y'all give up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Molly Miles.
Spit it out, man.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Get up.
Wow. Damn, for real?
Yep, never knew that. Here,
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince put out a double album in 88.
88. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper.
That was a double album.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I ain't know that. That was one for the record.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was one
Wow.
for the records. You know what I'm saying?
People hella sleep on Will Smith though.
They are.
Will Smith, dope.
Will Smith had a hot single or two on every album he put out.
Right.
On every album. Welcome
Who
to
was asking
Miami.
questions? Like, what's the big? It wasn't no doubt to me. What's the biggest hip hop
Artist turn
actor?
actor.
And that's Will Smith.
Will Smith.
I'm glad
Will
y'all
Smith.
went into that. Speaking of movies, what's y'all favorite or best soundtrack?
That's a tough one because it's so many.
Yeah,
It's so many.
I'm gonna go with Above the Rim.
I was gonna say Above the Rim too because it's got your slow jams on there,
Yeah.
and then it's it's got your Pox on there, all that. Players Club was a hell of a soundtrack too though.
New Jersey Drive.
Jersey Drive was
I got the hook up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I got the hook up and Valley.
Valley was hard.
Friday was the first one.
Oh.
Hot Boys was hard.
Yeah.
With Lil Wayne, if we're gonna go, with the low budget movies, we can even go to Choices. Choices.
Man, we sleep on 36.
Man, 3-6 was fun.
Okay, one more hip hop IQ question. We're gonna piggyback off JB's question. Name all the artists in 3-6 Mafia, or as many as you can. Name 5.
DJ Paul, Juicy J, Crunchy Black, Lord Infamous, Gangsta Boo, Lil Chat. I'm missing somebody.
Missing Pat.
Project Pat. Lil White. Lil White. Coops the nigga. Yeah. It was a lot of niggas. Now that I'm naming them. Damn, they can't. That was a down south Wu-Tang.
Yeah. You're right.
They was hard. They got like a 3-6 tour going on or something like that.
Right, I see it. I'm going to that.
Yeah, shout out to 3-6.
Paul don't get no he don't get the recognition that he deserves.
As far as beat making,
Yeah,
DJ
because
Paul.
I feel like the Atlanta sound, Jax. The Atlanta trap sound and all that, what's going on now is nothing but a remake of DJ
Paul, Mini Fresh.
It's a blend, but
Yeah.
it's the core of it is him.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about speaking of that, artists that rely on production the most? What artists rely on production the most?
The beats.
What artists rely on the beat? Like the beat has
the beat carried them.
Carried them in that sense, yeah.
The first one that come to my mind is Cassie.
I can't believe when I saw that, I was like, what?
But that's just me being biased because I don't like Cassie. So, and then you got Swiss, so it's like.
What you don't like about Cass?
Bro, he's just overhyped.
Like old Cass or the Cass, like we talking pre-jail Cass?
You saying Cass in general?
All of it.
That's tough. The reason why I say that's tough because he was battle Cash which was no beat. So he got his name off of it.
He been getting washed too.
Not even talking about the current. I'm just saying how he built his name to even be with Switch was off of,
To me, bro, he was never. He could rap.
He got bars.
Yeah, but he was never saying nothing that was just
out of control, making throw your hat in the water.
Yeah, it's
blow him up. Somebody, man, who I like, but then when you get their album, like the beat selection be trash and you don't want to listen to it, y'all might get mad.
Alright, no.
Jadakiss.
I can kind of see that. I thought you were gonna say Nas.
Nas too, but he
They both been on record.
like Jadakiss, he good on features. Like you hear Jadakiss on the feature, he gonna blow it out the water.
Yeah.
But then you go buy the album, it's like, man, you should have told somebody to pick your beats, cause
he got 2 very, very good albums.
yeah. But I think that's a problem when like lyricists
He gets put.
pick beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody ain't
Like you listen to, and I don't want to just bust people's city, but you listen to Atlanta cats, man. Like a lot of them, I ain't gonna say a lot of them, but yeah, a lot of them. They ride the beat, and they good at it. Like they good at making songs, and that's all a part of riding the beat is just making songs.
A
lot of
them. Most Atlanta artists
rely
rely
off production.
So you have I'm glad you brought that up. That brought me to something else. So you say you don't really like Jadakiss albums that much. So who has a better discography, Jadakiss or Styles P? Styles P been dropping pretty consistent for like the last 2 years. He done put out like 6 projects.
I like Styles P, like his albums sound good, but as far as like rap skills, Jada got better rap skills than Styles P.
Who got the better discography? So you saying Jada?
Yeah.
I go with Styles. Cause just for that simple fact that he, just on that question alone, like I think Jada is better artist, better
He a
rapper.
better rapper.
Well, I can't even say that though. Styles P is the reason why he can drop a lot of albums. He's a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
It is.
It's hard for me, but I think Jada's a better rapper. And for a long time, I used to be like, why do people show him so much love? He's simple. But you know what it is with me that eventually won me over? I always liked him, but I never understood why he was so high up there. And honestly, this just happened within the last 2 years. Jadakiss, you can't really predict what he gonna rhyme with. Hardly ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can, and it'll be a simple word that he gonna rhyme with. But the way he get it there,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's dope. His delivery is probably one of the cleanest ever.
It is. Pusha T do that too.
Yeah, he does.
Pusha T do that too. And I like rappers who.
And he real. That's another thing.
Yeah,
like,
he'll paint that picture.
I'm saying like even when you look at what they rapping
Right.
about, like you ain't had nobody come on that.
He not.
Time talking about the locks is lying about what
He's not gonna be on the
You know what I'm
stand.
saying? Like they was out there.
That's one of the real ones.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be on there like he did it.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be on there like that. And that's what
I think Ja Rule relied on production the most. Not saying he necessarily can't rap. He did what he had to do with the production that was built around him, so it ain't his fault. But man, he relied on that.
Yeah, he did. I don't even think Ja Rule could have kept Murder Inc. afloat. If it, I mean, to me,
I think he could if it wasn't on 50. He was holding it down by himself. Ashanti was there, but
he would have faded. I just think he would have faded, man.
Without Irv Gotti, I think he would have faded.
yeah, for sure.
Which what happened is when they was going through all they was going through, it was like that you see like dude couldn't drop no more. You know what I'm saying?
Out of the history of hip hop, as far as beef, I think Ja Rule took it the worst. He's like you say Ja Rule name right now, you gonna laugh. Like he took it the worst.
He did. So this was a question we posted last night on Facebook. And mostly everybody said Ja Rule, but the question was, who had it the worst, Ja Rule or Lil Flip? Now, there's two ways to look at this. If you saying who got done the worst, I would probably say Ja Rule, right? But if we talking about career and being relevant, Ja Rule's still relevant right now. Lil Flip is not at all.
This is because Lil Flip quit. Like T.I. came out, man,
Well, you
killed him.
You picked a horrible time to quit.
And he quit.
After he just got...
What was it? After that Lucky Charms? What was his name?
Did he really get beat up? Oh,
That's what they said.
Yeah. But either way it go, you're right. He stopped dropping projects.
Yeah, he quit. When 50 and Ja Rule was going back and forth, right? Was Ja Rule still dropping shit? Like he dropped a few, he dropped a little, but he quit too.
Blood in my eye. Blood in my eye wasn't that bad.
He dropped like 2 albums after
He probably
maybe 3.
Man, he probably sold 12 discs.
But that's the thing.
It was funny.
Ja Rule, in the landscape, Ja Rule's still relevant. For good or worse. I mean, you know.
You'll go to Ja
He
Rule
can get
concert.
booked way more than Lil Flip gonna get booked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He came here.
But he also had more hits and
Yeah.
bigger push.
Now, ironically,
I booked Ja Rule in all these parking lots.
Ironically, after I posted that question last night, I got on YouTube this morning and Slim Thug got a video featuring Lil Flip.
I seen that. But you know, Houston rappers like they like California. They got an autonomy within their own little state to where you might not know what they got going on, but it's a big world.
That's
That's a big word.
Oh, that's a big word.
Yeah, you might have to explain that. You said
I'm saying
autonomy.
they can exist outside of the machine that like most artists have to. You feel me?
They can go platinum in Texas.
Yeah,
alone.
exactly. You know, so it's like he probably got all kind of business ventures and things, making money without.
Man, with all that going on, man, in hip hop, with all this going on, we got internet, man, we got people just coming together, working together. Where y'all think, man, like the hip hop culture is going to go? Like, in the future. Like, and we lived through decades of it, so we seen it grow, we seen it fall. Cause remember when Pac was, you remember they used to like gangster rap, and they used to stomp on the CDs and trash the CDs and all that extra shit. So we seen all that. So where y'all think like hip hop is headed?
I think, let me say this. I'm gonna speak on two levels. Like one being like on the major scene. I think that the major, like we was talking about the 360 deal.
Yeah.
I think you about to get a new form. They about to form a new type of contract. It's probably gonna be like an NBA contract where it ain't gonna be about your projects as much as it be about like I sign Larry to a 3-year, $35 million deal.
See, so then you would have to have like a background story, and then on top you have to have something for somebody to buy into. You have to have followers. You like that's more of a gimmick. So you saying like
not
because
just
you would have to go viral, like the viral rapper.
nah. Like for example, you might sign that deal, just you might be a rookie. Right,
which is a dope concept.
Your rookie year, you don't really, unless you super dope, you might not even play that much. But by the time you get to your second year, they know that money about to start generating in, so they'll keep pushing. I think probably contracts might even be like that on the sneak anyway. But on the underground, I think what's about to happen is the underground's gonna force the major labels basically to pay people more money. That's what I'm saying. They gonna have to come up out of that chip.
Right, so we got
you don't need them if you really got a little bit of buzz, money in your pocket,
right,
and you got the internet.
Like I said, I like that analogy too, because you got cats like the Black Tie right now, cold. Right. Could have probably made it to the league. Right. And you got them cats that's in the league, and they getting them checks. Right. So yeah, that's a good analogy to break it down as far as underground, and we got these mainstream. Right. I really don't.
Where I think it's going, bro, to be 100% honest, I think it's going towards labels not existing anymore, or not having as much power. Kind of what he said. The independent, underground, whatever you want to call it, they're gonna force a change. Mm-hmm. And I also have an idea. I can't give it away, but I got an idea that if people started doing this, they wouldn't need no labels. They wouldn't need no streaming platforms. Right. They wouldn't need none of that.
It sounds good to come up and not have a streaming platform, because how you gonna get your music out there? Like like all the streaming, bro. That's like distribution for real, right?
Yeah.
So you saying they'll be their own title or something like that? In a way.
Something like that.
Yeah. You're right. Because every generation gets a little bit more knowledge and information, so learning how to. Remember when videos cost $1 million? Mm-hmm. Now a dope video might be 10, 20 grand at the most.
At the most.
It's funny you brought that up. How do y'all feel about the videos right now? Because for real, the videos that's getting the most love is the videos that's just shot.
That's just shot with iPhone.
Yeah. Like all these young cats that's coming up, just catching all these buzzes. If you go back and start looking at their very first videos or the videos that they popping off of, it wasn't no big budgets. Like
it's just the realness of like a Snapchat feel or going live feel. That's what's in. You know what I'm saying?
They Airbnb a house, get a camera, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but it's just a visual. I don't think people pay attention or put so much on the visual versus the cloud. You know what I'm saying?
Not like they used to.
Yeah, not like they used to. They used to had the Bentleys in the videos, and they styling in the video. Like now it's more like where you from and what type of shit you into.
What type of lifestyle, kicking off,
and it's just like that.
And it's the culture, so it's what's going on within the streets and what people
and then people doing what they can afford. And just making it look good.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? Why go rent a Bentley if we don't have to?
It's just like it's like the production. Remember when beat niggas was Dre was selling and Timberland $150,000, $200,000 beats. Now you can go on YouTube and find a Cash Money AP. I remember, like, I done heard his name dropping some major artist stuff, but I remember listening to him years ago, like he's just a YouTube producer, you feel me? And people picking him up, you know. Johnny Giuliano, a whole bunch of people. They were just the internet, you know what I'm saying? So
just came up the internet.
You know, yeah, so it's gonna go, it can go anywhere.
And there's producers out here that's dope, bro, and you can get a 10-pack of beats from them for $150.
Exactly.
You feel me? So,
Yeah, and then one, if that song blow up, then there go that producer.
Yeah, maybe, but if he signed a deal where he gave you exclusive rights for $300 and like all rights, he ain't get no publishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he might have like thought, oh, he just another little cat. I'm gonna sell this beat to him.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going nowhere. The Bones nigga got 3 billion views.
Off
You know,
that.
because he robbed somewhere. You know, it's just crazy, man, with the internet. With social media.
Some of social media, some of them will blow up off social media and then become rappers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, to each his own on using your platform, but that's a direction where I'm seeing like the culture go. It's like I think they believe that you have to go viral and be seen in order to get on. They don't want to rap their way up no more.
In some instances, but you do have like we was talking about the currencies, where they got a niche crowd, it's people who respect what they do, and that crowd gonna stay with them, and they gonna always, as long as they keep dropping, they gonna be good.
Right.
So I think you kind of got that dynamic.
And they gonna be good, and they gonna make good music, and they gonna have people to come to their shows.
Right.
But if you take the Baby, which went viral off when he was making a video, and the guys, he was making a video in Atlanta, and the guys talking about what you doing.
I think that was fake.
I think it was fake.
Yeah.
And he went viral off of that. Now, take that. Places where he's doing shows will be larger than places Currency is doing shows.
But then again, it comes to the gimmick part. What if he was already signed to a label at that point, and that was all part of their marketing plan? You know, like I heard a dude, I got a good friend, he was talking about Meek's marketing plan. He was like, now he's kicking his social justice career off.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Him going to jail got that going popping. So he could just, come on, he went to jail for riding popping a few wheelies.
Yeah, popping wheelies.
They could have all been orchestrated. He gonna pop some wheelies. He gonna be, probation. It's gonna buy.
I don't think I would like risk like going to jail in order to get.
I mean, I didn't follow him to jail. I was worried. He could have been on a level 1. You know.
Yeah, you good.
You know, eating lobsters and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? But what? How many months was he gone?
Yeah, he was gone for a few, but still, I mean, that's years of probation. Like, how many years of probation was this man?
He ain't on probation no more. Probation without. I'm saying, but it spurred his new project. It spurred his what he owned.
I just.
And he with Rock Nation, so you know.
Yeah, he bought into lids right after.
Yeah, he bought in the lid. I just want to be able to respect the culture without the fake bullshit.
But again, back to what we said at first, it's hard to put that limitation on it because, you know, how do you control?
Because we got the Rick Rosses out there, now we
and TEKASHI gonna get out, he gonna drop a song called
I read it.
On the stand or something. It's gonna go crazy. He gonna be on the stand rapping.
Yeah, I read it. If you was in this position, you would have too.
Who wouldn't rap?
Yeah.
People gonna be like,
crazy.
But you know what's
we're gonna
crazy?
get a hashtag, who wouldn't rap?
You know what's crazy about that though? You see how the TEKASHI shit going, and like you said, the kids don't care.
Yeah.
Look how he did Troy Ave though. And Troy Ave was on some real shit.
But like I said, Troy Ave was on some independent shit.
Mm-hmm.
If Troy Ave had a major label back then, they would have spent all that back and around about how much he was in this jam and he had and this.
Right.
But you know, he was one of them dudes bucking against this. Fuck y'all, don't need y'all this, that, and the third. And it's like he ain't gonna get no pub.
He kept getting
bad, like super bad pub. Like, you know.
And the shit that he was on.
So TEKASHI ratting ain't bad, bro?
No, not to us, yeah. And to a lot of people, yeah. But the kids, Let me tell you how they looking at it, bro. They looking at it like
He's still popping.
and they looking at it like the niggas was extorting him, stealing from him, fucked his baby mama, kidnapped him, told him he ain't in the game no more, not protecting him.
Ain't real. Where the loyalty at? I would have did it too.
He's soft.
That's how we look at it.
S-O-F capital T, he's soft, Ray.
That's how we look.
He's soft, man.
That's why I said the
Like,
opportunity
really,
for
he's
him
soft.
to, like the opportunity for him to be big is still there, dog. Cause like you said, he's in. And here's the messed up part. We get all this information about his trial, but we ain't got no information about what's going on with Nipsey situation.
We ain't got no information about Troy Ave.
We see no background information.
So it's like come on, bro. If a parent company is a parent company, they also.
Man, we all know how the news is, so they just
That's
report on what they want to report on.
And for real, you just made me think about all of that and him. He is gonna put out music, and it's gonna go because the record label right now is behind all this pub. Like, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Like I said, he ain't left the limelight since he entered it. Like, him going to jail didn't stop nothing. Like, when Boosie went to
I
jail,
don't think, and I was gonna say that, I don't think you going to jail stop something. I think it's more based on, with me, it's more based on what did you go for.
listen though, when Boosie went to
You know what I'm
jail,
saying? Like,
when Boosie went to jail, that was damn near a movie script. Like, the way that the shit that they were saying he was doing, that's hella entertaining, that's hella exciting, people want to know. It wasn't no press every day until he got out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was almost left to be forgotten about, for real.
yeah, he impressed Bobby Smurder either, or what's his name, TK?
No.
What's his name?
Yeah, TK.
Yeah, they didn't put no cameras in there. They wasn't on that like that.
And TEKASHI had 10 number ones last year. So if you the label, you like, nigga, 10 number ones, I don't care if he got caught, you know what I'm saying, red-handed.
He was definitely at the peak of his career. That song he did with Nicki Minaj, they gave him, man, they gave him so many fans.
And they know they can control him, because you already see Pac was different. It was like, he hot, but he volatile, so we can't control him. If he goes sink down the tank, down the drain, so be it. You know what I'm saying? To should
some people you can't shut them up like that. Some
Because
people,
all they gotta do is tell TEKASHI, if you don't want to cooperate with us, we will tell them niggas where you at.
yeah, he gonna shut it. Yeah, he gonna.
It's a dirty game, you know.
Did y'all see, and I don't really want to talk about him that much more, but did y'all see the kidnapping video?
The who?
TEKASHI?
No.
It's a video that came out this week or last week of the kidnapping, bro. And that's what I'm saying.
Did
bro.
it look real?
Yeah, it's real. It's real. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so much press around every little thing. It has to be
That's
the
what
label behind it.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy. 'Cause I thought that was a gimmick at first.
I did too.
Like when it first came out. But then here you are, this nigga really
Yeah, he's soft, man. It's a female rappers out here calling him out. No more balls than the dude. What's some hot female artists right now that y'all checking out?
I like
I listen to everything. I don't even like when we put them people in a box like that either.
Female.
Just don't say female rapper, just say rap.
Is it? I guess I gotta get my female rap list up. Old girl from North Carolina, what's her name? Rhapsody is dope.
I keep hearing about Tierra Whack. I ain't really heard none of this stuff yet, but I heard she dope.
Cash Dog.
Cash Dog, cool.
She cool.
You got it. Don't listen to the singles.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. Cool.
About the names of people I ain't even heard.
It's a lot of them.
So it's a lot, man.
Light Skin Keisha.
Yeah.
Saweetie.
I heard she cool.
What's up, girl from the Vegas?
You can't forget about the producer, man.
Yeah, Kamaya.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
They put it all on her.
It's all everything. Who she sung with?
300.
Oh, straight up.
And Rock Nation now.
Yeah, Rock Nation. She just signed with Rock Nation.
Management deals.
Just a management deal.
So she got the opportunity to go through doors that the average rapper, it might be female rapper, it might be better than her, ain't gonna get them opportunities.
Hey, bro, from my seat, it looked like Jay's taking over the whole music game.
That's what he's supposed to do.
If he ain't signing you to the label, he's signing a management deal. If he ain't signing a management deal, he's signing an endorsement deal. He got his hands in every fucking
He gotta think, he needs to thank Puffy for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that's when you say where rap is going, or hip hop is going, it's in that direction where it's leaving the Jewish-owned companies and going back to the essence of where it came from.
The only thing Rock Nation missing is just think if they had could sign you to distribution deals.
They are. I think they're doing that already.
Nah. He's still in with Universal.
Rock Nation?
Yeah, it's still a part. It's Rock Nation and Universal Music Group.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah,
Because
that's interesting.
G Perico, his album, when you look at it,
it take a lot for that distribution shit, bro.
But you know what? Here go another one of them deals though. But parent company get smart and be like y'all was saying about Grand Hustle. They'll get smart and be like, you know what? We don't want to taint our hinder, so we'll just remove. We know we getting the money anyway. We ain't got to be on the CD. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be Universal Music.
Yeah, but I think that distribution deal is huge, man. I think that's like really taking over the game. That's like buying NBC.
But I think
something's gonna happen behind that to cut you out of that.
I think you're thinking of the distribution in the old way, when it was still physicals.
Yeah,
because now distribution ain't nothing but being on all the streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
So they can try to block you from Apple, or block you from Google Play or whatever.
Right.
But if Jay-Z got Tidal right there, you always gonna be on.
But I always go back to when Tidal first started, bro. You remember how it was the media pushing that narrative and everybody fell into it. Tidal's a failure. How? It's only been out for a year.
Right.
Now look at it. You know what I mean?
Right. It's got everything on there, got new features, it got everything on Tidal.
They was trying to discourage people from buying in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not stay with at the time it was mostly Apple Music, Spotify been out forever. But those were your two options on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But it was like they didn't want to compete with nobody else, so they was trying to make it look bad. Plus it was Jay, so they were like, nah, we ain't.
Right.
You know, that's a failure, it's losing money, blah, blah, and people bought into that. You know what I mean?
We always do. It's just like we didn't support Jay Prince, Irv Gotti, and Suge Knight was doing a they was doing all the distribution companies.
They was going to buy that distribution and
when it was physical copies.
Blackball.
And physical copies will put you everywhere. So
all of a sudden the fans started hitting everybody.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
All three of them got hit.
Who would be losing if they would have got distribution deals? All of them. Exactly. So let me call my blood over and
multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, you don't think they got friends in our places?
Oh, yeah.
Let me call the director of the FBI.
They all play golf together, bro.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, he does this, he does that. You can catch him at what's.
And that's one thing, man. I hate to say, man. Like that's why I say letting people in is kind of like you putting people in charge of the code for it. I know it's hard to.
At one point in time with the physical copies, it was like suburban white kids was buying majority of those physical copies.
And they still stream and buy music on like you buy music on Apple Music, you pay for it, and they still buy it.
Yeah.
Like
so how do you let them? How do you not let? So if the new such and such TEKASHI 6'8" just dropped tomorrow,
I'm not.
How you gonna stop me when a million people go stream music go buy us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna stream it one time.
And the label, and the label.
And that's what. Yeah, they're gonna stream it one time every time.
So that's why I said all you can do is be up on your game, you know what you do, you know what you want.
But I can still say it's trash.
I agree with you.
I can still say
He's
everything
saying
about
on the record, hey, we ain't standing.
everything about it is trash.
No step.
And I'm keep it 100 because that's what we do is keep it 100 on Hip Hop IQ. He's trash to me. Like this whole everything about entertainment. It's done.
I got another question for y'all. If you was a brand new artist right now and you had a choice to decide between signing to TDE or QC, who you gonna sign with?
I'm
signing with QC.
I was gonna say the same. The reason why TDE got more of a farm system with they, you know, and I feel like I'm ready to drop now. I feel like somebody dropping on QC can get hotter quicker than TDE because they like organically, you know what I'm saying?
QC, the backing is just different with QC. I think it's like you gonna hear every artist on that label, just like that CD that just dropped, the QC CD that just dropped. Like you bound to hear him. If you hear him on a feature on somebody's album, you bound to hear him on QC. I know I'll get heard on QC.
No, it feel like to me, it feel like QC is like the Warriors and TDE is like the Spurs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they good, they gonna handle their business, they gonna come in.
That's a good analogy. That's a good.
They out.
Yeah.
QC, they flashy, they everywhere.
That's a real good analogy.
You gonna keep seeing them, you gonna always, you know what I mean? But eventually,
and they want Kevin Durant on their team. Like they like, even though we champions, we still want. You know?
Yeah. But you know the difference between, I don't know if it's a difference, but one thing QC do, and I heard him in a interview, is man, they don't care how many followers you got. They don't care if your name is really buzzing like that. Like if they like the music, they gonna put you in that studio and they gonna record. And then it's up to them. Like that's why they probably got 360 deals on all they people, how they putting them out there.
Yeah.
Cause they back their artists, man, and put them out there and they making they get it.
Like Lil Baby, he kind of came out of nowhere. QC back and
and they blew up.
It's Gunner with him.
nah, he signed to Young Thug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, YSL, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I had to roll with QC too.
That go QC.
Trying to get there fast.
As an artist,
Yeah. And I'm gonna sign me a 360. Let me get about this.
You ready to take a 360 deal now?
I'm gonna sign that 360. Hey, but I don't want that many albums though. All I want is 2 albums.
You gotta take the 10 albums. 10, bro. But if you
matter of fact, give me a 5-song deal right now on QC, and I'm gonna ride the shit out of the beat. Get up out of here. Speaking of getting up out of here, is it that time?
Well, that completes another episode of Hip Hop IQ. What's your hip hop
IQ.